Hey y'all, welcome to Camirra's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making some easy southern fried cabbage and we're going to do it up all the way, baby. Now to get started, I have 4 slices of bacon as well as 1 whole length of this Cajun andouille sausage. This is one with pork. I also have about 4 cloves of minced garlic. I have 1 whole light-skinned cabbage. Okay, I don't know why he won't really green that day, okay, but he showed up. I have some Tony's Creole seasoning, that W sauce. I have some chicken bouillon as well as some salt-free Cajun seasoning. Okay, this is very different than the Tony's because this has smoked paprika and stuff. I have some sweet red bell peppers as well as these are no heat jalapenos. They're basically green bell peppers. Okay, so they're not jalapenos, they're not spicy. And I have an onion. To start out, I am going to prep my cabbage. Now the bottom is not super fresh, so I definitely will need to cut that out. Also, the core of a cabbage tends to be a little bit more on the bitter side, so I'm going to cut that out as well. Even though this cabbage was super pale, it ended up being really sweet tasting, so you know, I will give it a pass. All right, honey, but I'm just going to prep this by taking out that core, and then I'm going to cut it into slices that are about 1.5 inches in thickness. Now, southern fried cabbage was really something I would have like at a Christmas dinner or soul food Sunday meal. My mom didn't make it all the time, but I definitely enjoyed it. Now, y'all may be surprised to know that I am actually the best cook in my immediate family. My mom will be quick to tell you that she is a businesswoman. She is a professional woman. She got a doctorate. She did cook a lot, but she won't trying to do all of that. Okay, I just learned to cook because I was chatting with her all the time, and then she put me to work. You know how black mamas are. You gonna stand in here, you gonna do something. Okay. Now anyway, when I'm done cutting up my cabbage, I'm going to put this in my colander because I'm going to need to give this a very good rinse. When you're done chopping your cabbage, you're going to go ahead and prep your onion. Now, the onion is one of my favorite parts of actually this meal. It caramelizes really well. So just go in and give it a good slice. And I used about half of the onion here. My bell peppers, I'm going to prep similarly. Take out that membrane in the middle. Make sure you get the seeds out because they tend to be a little bit bitter, in my opinion at least. And then I'm going to go through and slice them. You actually don't have to use 2 colors. I just think it looks really pretty when you use both of them. If you do not eat pork, you do not have to use bacon. You can use turkey bacon instead. Same with the andouille sausage. A great substitute would be that chicken andouille sausage, which is very good. So if you don't eat pork, you can still make this and really enjoy this. And I've done it many times and it has turned out great. Now, if you've been enjoying this video so far, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up. And sister, brother, you better subscribe because you can already tell that your girl be cooking good on this channel. All right. Now that we are all prepped up, we're going to go ahead and get started. I got a cast iron skillet. Okay. Y'all know this sister Mabel. She back on the scene. Okay. And she been heating up for a good 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, so the cast iron skillet is hot before I go in and put my bacon. The bacon is necessary to get the fat out of it. This is a fat meal. Okay, the flavor comes from the fat, baby. Okay, so don't you dare drain off that bacon grease. Okay, so I'm going to cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes until the bacon is crispy but not fully cooked. And while this is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and put in the sausage and allow this to brown in the bacon fat. Since the bacon's already let off a little bit of the fat, it's not going to burn or anything, but it will crisp up. About 2 minutes later, I'm going to go in and start flipping my sausage because it's going to get a very good color on it. This color is necessary for the flavor. That caramelization adds the flavor to your food. So you do need to brown your meat, okay? When the bacon is done, I'm going to go ahead and take it out and put it to the side, leaving all the grease, okay? Leaving all the grease. This is Southern soul food cabbage, so you need the fat, baby, okay? I'm going to use that same grease to cook down my vegetables. I'm going to put in my onions and my peppers first, reserving the garlic for a little bit later so that it does not burn. I'm going to saute this for about 2 to 3 minutes just to let them absorb some of the flavor. And I'm going to go ahead and season them. So use the Tonys essentially like you would use salt. Be mindful that the sausage and bacon already have salt, so I just use it sparingly and just use it to taste. Now my salt-free Cajun is going in, as well as some of the chicken bouillon. And again, I'm just using them to taste. But this salt-free Cajun has a lot of smoked paprika and garlic powder, onion powder, thyme, basil. It has all the herbs in it, and it needs to toast to bring out the flavor. Now after about 3 minutes, I'm going to put in my 4 cloves of minced garlic, and I'm just going to stir fry that for about 30 seconds before putting in all the cabbage. Now you gonna think that this pan ain't gonna hold all this cabbage. You gonna be like, it's too much, Sister Camira. But that's only the folks who can't cook, okay? Because the cooks know that the cabbage gonna shrink. All right, so go and force a lid on it. Cook it on medium heat for about 3-4 minutes undisturbed, and you will see that it has started to wilt down. Don't have the eye up too high because you don't want the veggies at the bottom to be burning while you're trying to wilt that cabbage. Then you can go in and stir it a little bit, okay? Get it moving with the motion a little bit. Then you can put the lid back on and let it sit for about 2 to 3 more minutes until it's come down further. Now at this point, I needed to go in and really taste the seasoning because the cabbage has wilted. So I decided to put on some more of the chicken bouillon and some more of the salt-free Cajun seasoning. Okay, just do it to your taste. I'm going to throw on about half a teaspoon of that W sauce. Then I'm going to put it in the meat. All right, now at this stage, your cabbage is almost done. You're going to mix everything together, but you do need to taste it again, and you do need the flavors to infuse together. So you're going to stir fry this for about 1 minute to 1.5 minutes, stirring constantly, just so everything can incorporate well. I'm going to put my lid on, and I'm going to let it just sit for about 45 seconds. Now, I prefer my cabbage to have a little bite to it, so this cabbage is not mushy at all. It has a little bit of a tooth to it. So you just check on it and check your flavors. Now, this is best served, in my opinion, with some chicken, some rice, some mac and cheese. Throw some oxtail up in here. Baby, you eating. All right. Guys, I hope you know that I love you and Jesus loves you. And you know what? I'm going to see you next time in Camira's Kitchen. Goodbye. Let me know if you tried this recipe. Love you.